Media Queen Chronicle. Good morning on this Transformation Tuesday. Hope everyone slept well and had a great motivational Monday. So, as we move forward in the week, we have a new month upon us tomorrow. What are we going to do different? When you look at transforming your life, yourself, you have to change what you're doing. You can't expect a different result if you're doing the same thing. So on this Transformation Tuesday, alrighty, so I woke up, I prayed, I even had a little Zen moment, but I prayed. I highly recommend, I'm a woman of faith, and I'm not trying to offend anyone who is not. But we all go through trials and tribulations, but to transform and to move forward, you better have some faith in something other than man. Alrighty? So, not preaching this morning, but just had to say that. But as we continue to move forward and as we continue to figure out how to transform, I look at the world has transformed. Let's start there. So, if the world is transforming, you can't be stagnant because you'll be left behind. And we don't have to agree with some of the transformations we're seeing, but we've got to adjust to what we're seeing. You got to have a different view of things. And I just thought I would share this. I've been in the hospitality and meeting industry for over 30 years. And as I see things on the news, this really came forward, reminded me of an incident I had probably 20 years ago. Maybe, let me say that, maybe like 18 years ago. But what happened was, I tell you what, I can tell you exactly when it happened. 2013. I can tell you exactly when it happened. I was in Colorado Springs and I'd flown in to do a meeting. And I was in the airport in Colorado Springs, which is not a international airport, so you got smaller planes. And I'm in the airport, I land, and I have a car. I've arranged for a car to pick me up and take me to the resort I was going to, the Broadmoor. Let me just say that. One of the most fabulous places you could ever go. And I was flying with a colleague at the time, and she was going off. We flew in early. She was going off to enjoy a day with a pastor who used to pastor her church, who lived in Colorado. So I'm waiting for the driver, and I see a gentleman with my name on a card. My name, Sherilyn Jamal, on the card. The driver went up to every person who got off the plane. This was before the whole TSA pre-check where, drivers couldn't come all the way to the gate. So then we get down to baggage claim. He's walking up to every person in baggage claim asking them, "Are you Cheryl Jamal?" And I stood back because at this time, I honestly was the only black person in the airport. And I thought to myself, really? If the name's on the card, all you have to do is wait and I will come to you or whomever. But he made a conscious choice to go up to everybody but me. My colleague saw it. Her pastor who picked her up, he saw it. And they were offended for me as well. And they were like, "Shirley," I said, "I'm okay." Because see, I can get you back a different way. I never went up to the gentleman. I just picked up my phone and I called the hotel and I explained I needed a new driver. And I said, pretty much what had happened. I said, but I'm not going to deal with it. You all deal with it. It's just money he's going to lose out on. But the pastor went up and he just told him, "You're wrong, da 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 da." And then when the new driver showed up, the guy, he's calling saying she's not here, she's not on the flight. And I walked up to him and I said, "No, that's me." I said, "But you chose to go to everybody else who got off the flight." I mean, he went up to like 70 people. It was crazy. But it just reminded me how people can't transform. Because, this man had a job. All he had to do was hold the sign that had my name and just wait for me to come up. But he consciously chose to not address me, not approach me. And y'all know I'm a nice person. But I say all that to say, that did not define my hospitality career. But I can tell you, I remember it like it was yesterday. Because I was telling my daughter, we talked about it the other night, and Amanda said, Ma, I remember you telling me about it. Because it was the year she graduated high school. She's like, Mom, she said, why? I said, well, people just, ignorance. But I say that again to say, you have to transform your thinking. If you treat me right, I'll treat you right. If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. We're all human beings, so we have to respect the fact that we are all human beings. We're all children of God. Okay? I'm not going to preach, but that's my belief. All right? So when you're thinking and you're acting and you're saying things, you have to be conscious of what you're saying, what you're doing, because this is a fluid situation. We're transforming every second. You can get heightened up, you can get riled up. I didn't know what the whole Karen thing was, or the Ken thing, and now I know, and I'm like, okay, but hell, what about the person whose name is Karen and whose name is Ken? I know they sick of it, but we have to just transform our thinking, our thoughts, and how we respond to situations. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to be accountable. But you can't move forward in life if you don't transform your thoughts and have a balance. I mean, let's think about it. If this driver approached 74 people, I'm 75. Can you imagine when they let him go? Because he was let go. And he had to come to the Broadmoor and apologize to me, which I didn't accept the apology. Okay, because you don't mean it. You're only apologizing because you're trying to get your job back. I didn't accept it. I just told him, I said, you made the choice that you didn't want me in your car. You didn't want to deal with me. I wish you all the best, okay? So I hope that driver transformed his thinking, because guess what? He lost his job. And I say all that to say, we don't have to always like each other. We don't have to agree with each other, but we do at least have to respect each other. So as we continue to transform and things are changing and things are so fluid and everything is heightened and we're all in angst and there's anxiety about jobs, there's anxiety about money, there's anxiety about how am I going to pay my bills, stay calm, because things are transforming. Things are transforming. And I just hope we can get ahead of it. So here we go. Because this is I have to hit it every day. Update your resume. Transform your resume. How about that? There are people out here who will look at your resume. I mean, heck, I hadn't put my resume on the street for 20 years. I had 4 people look at mine. 4, including my daughter who had recently graduated from college, because she has a whole clearer perspective. But get a colleague to look at your resume. Help to transform your resume, because maybe looking at your resume, someone else looking at it can reposition you for a different position. Okay? Look at your social media platform. You might need to reposition it. All right? Get on LinkedIn. Okay? I can't say it enough, because I tell you, honestly, I'm hearing every day from someone who's been blindsided, thought they were okay, and they're not coming back, contract not being renewed. So July 15th is now your last day, or July 1st is now your last day, or July 30th is now your last day. I said, okay, did you work on your resume? I've been talking about the resume for a minute. I'm not talking just to hear myself talk. We have to be ready for this transformation, because if not, we're gonna get left behind. The job pool is broad, and we have to broaden our horizon to be ready to fit in where we can, because we still gotta survive. Guess what? I didn't hit the Powerball or the Mega Million, did you? If you did, I don't need a lot, okay? So as I close out on this Transformation Tuesday, please stay calm, please stay positive, stay encouraged, stay blessed. Most of all, transform today. Alrighty? So let's work on it, and let's see what Wellness Wednesday brings us. Alrighty? Media Queen Chronicle out.